9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Midway's
I wish I could hug myself. That's weird.
All right, welcome to The League Has Spoken bonus content. Very special bonus episode here. We're joined by the WAGs. WAGs only episode. For anyone that doesn't know, I've been referring to this group of upstanding citizens as the WAGs of Bry all summer because we all know each other because we're related to or fianced to someone that's friends with Bry.
Fianced.
Beyond.
Fianced.
That's
And
fair.
yeah, so we would go golfing sometimes. We hang out, but we've been calling ourselves the Wags of Bree, so we had to get a Wags only episode. Um, it's a pretty exclusive club.
Mm.
Still waiting on that GoPro golf podcast.
Yeah, there was a suggestion to do this over a round of golf, but I don't know that the world needs four more white guys doing a podcast while golfing.
Yeah, especially when there's like frost on the ground. Although that could make it more fun if one of us like dies of frostbite.
That would be
make it
it'd be real Survivor.
Our bit. We go to the most dangerous golf courses in the world to safely survive a round.
That'd be
We
great.
could just go to Sleeping Giant and
Yeah.
amazing stories.
Oh, those guys there. They're the best.
Try to escape the Sleeping Giant clubhouse.
Or get in. That old guy kid always locks himself out. How many times
Always.
have we seen that guy lock himself out of his own business? It's more than two.
Yes, I was gonna say. I've at least seen two by myself. There's always something when I go there.
Brian and I had the pleasure of being in that clubhouse. I'm keeping this all in the episode. I'm not even going to edit this out. Brian and I had the pleasure of being in that clubhouse, and the guy took a phone call, but then all the power shut off because like the vacuum was hooked into the same fuse, and so he couldn't check us out because he had to reboot the whole computer. Because if like more than 3 electronics are on in that building at a time, the whole thing goes down.
It's a very delicate operation that they're running.
Operation is a generous statement.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into why we're here. I am making you listen to the continuation of this fake Survivor season that Google Gemini has helped me come up with. Everyone in the league was in it. I'll recap what happened in the first few episodes, and then I want to get your live reactions as I struggle to read the English language through the rest of these notes.
Okay.
So,
I believe you.
in episode 1 of this season, Survivor: The Obsidian Coast, we had a medevac. So we were before I get ahead of myself, we were divided into 4 tribes of 5 and 1 tribe of 6, and it was relatively even. In our first challenge, right when we started the episode, Emily W was medevaced. Someone dropped a giant crate on her foot, and she broke some bones and tore a couple ligaments, so she could not continue. And then Brian, who was on the same tribe as me, decided that my attitude sucked, and you and Megan and Brenna, I think, all voted me out immediately.
This sounds real.
Yeah, it was. That's how you know I didn't write it because it was the
Very
details.
one to one.
Gemini know you?
The details of that Gemini gave were like his attitude was terrible and he was bossy and no one liked his jokes and he didn't do anything. It was very insulting. Um, at the same time, Greg was voted out of his tribe for pretty much the same reason. Following that, Megan was voted out for poor performance in a challenge,
Oh damn.
and I believe Connor was voted out, and this is where Gemini got real personal.
Yeah, I heard Gemini hates me for some reason.
I'll read it to you. I actually saw you before I put this out, and I apologized, I think,
Yes.
preemptively. Um, oh, I skipped this. Pat Smith was also voted out. So Megan and Smith were voted out. Then let's see what happened. Then Faith was voted out because she couldn't swim or something, and uh, the final episode that we talked about was when Connor got voted out. And by his own fiance.
What a
The passage
betrayal.
says, Mulcahy and V, already building a strong strategic partnership, decide at camp they will target Connor simply for his lack of social engagement. Um, and Jeff Probst asked the group, "Was Connor even here?" It seems less like a strategy and more like an accident.
I got completely flamed by Jeff.
Damn.
I mean, sometimes that strategy works, right?
In what
Yeah, under
triggered
the
it,
radar.
what triggered it, Connor, was while everyone in your tribe was talking strategy. It says Connor remained oblivious to the politics, choosing to stare at the ocean rather than engage in strategy.
Damn. You were just aura farming in the corner and
Yeah.
they punished you for it.
Jeez.
Brutal, brutal. So that's where we ended. So Emily W. was medevaced. I was voted out. Greg was voted out. Pat Smith was voted out. Megan was voted out. Faith and Connor were voted out. So we're down to
Just
19
saying, me and
players.
Brian are still in it.
Good
Yeah,
job, guys.
yeah. Brian and
Playing
Matt are
smart.
still in it.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Brian having successfully removed two people from his tribe, myself and Megan.
Damn.
Wait, you made it seem like I was behind removing you from the tribe.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it was on-
I'll go
it
back
started-
again.
Okay.
It says the harbor camp was marked by friction once again following the first loss of the season. Skirker attempted to lead all camp efforts, but his constant criticisms alienated Brian, Brenna, and Megan, who quickly bonded over their shared annoyance. Brian, realizing that Skirker was the only one not contributing socially, organized the quiet resistance.
Okay.
So you get credit for that move.
So it seems like I have a bit of a following on the tribe.
Yes, I'll say this though, mostly so I'm not the only one that gets dunked on today, is that you left your fiance out of the first vote entirely.
Wow.
Christina's also on your tribe, and you didn't trust her the first episode.
That's messed up.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
used her the second episode, however that stands. All right, should we jump into the next batch of episodes here?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. All right, so episode 5, The Obsidian Wall. The episode begins as 5 tribes come together on one beach for an announcement to the remaining castaways. The tribes will now be resorted into 2 groups. The announcement of the tribe consolidation shocked the remaining 4 peak members, forcing them to quickly strategize about their upcoming split. Mulcahy and V spent the remaining hours analyzing who among Eric and Shannon would be their most reliable secondary ally in the shuffle. They quickly settled on the loyal Sharon, forming a strong, quiet triumvirate. I don't know what that word is.
Triumvirate.
Trio.
Trio.
Well, yeah, that's what it is, but I've never heard that. Quiet trio that aimed to control the endgame. They predicted that Eric, despite his physical strength, would be too independent to be trusted long term, confirming their quiet majority. Oh my God, this is gonna be a long night. Quiet majority against him before the tribes fractured again. The remaining 19 players were randomly shuffled into 2 new tribes: Obsidian, which had 10 players, and Granite, which had 9 players. Obsidian is made up of all 4 former Boss or the Yellow Tribe members, which is Bree, Mikey, Ann, and Brad at this point. All 4 former Peak members, the Red Tribe, which at this point is Mulcahy, V, Eric, and Sharon, as well as Christina and Brenna. So again, that tribe is Brianna, Mikey, I almost said Mickey, Ann, Brad, Mulcahy v. Eric, Sharon, Christina, and Brenna.
No, Mike and Christina on the same team.
Yeah, explosive. Um, Granite would be then all the rest of the players in the game, which at this point is Nora, Kelsey, Matt, Scott, uh, Heidi, Emily E, Vic, Kyla, and then Brian is the only person from his former tribe on that tribe.
Standing alone.
No, let's go Team Granite.
Yeah, you're both on the same tribe now.
Yeah.
Wow.
That works out. Um, and then after this announcement, you're immediately set to compete in an immunity challenge. All right. So the immunity challenge is a tribal tug of war, described as a brutal, full body confrontation. That's a wild.
Yeah,
That was
that's
a
what
Sorry. I'm reading a lot of this for the first time because I just kind of like scanned through it to like organize it. That's crazy. A brutal, full body confrontation, full body tug of war. Sounds insane.
Wow.
The two new
What's the
tribes,
alternative
Obsidian and
to
Granite.
full body tug of war?
Yeah, full body tug of war. Uh,
Bodies are the rope.
yeah, you choose. There's one sit
One
out. They choose
person has
against
an
the person
anchor,
it
the
needs to be
rest are
pulled
the
in half.
ropes, and you just got to keep pulling.
Yeah, this instead of being voted out now, you're just pulled in two different directions. All right.
Uh,
Where was I? So, the two new tribes were tethered to a massive weighted sled in a muddy field
mm.
and had to drag it to the finish line. That's not a tug of war.
Okay, what the
What is
heck?
this?
It's
So you're
Gemini
pulling a
too.
muddy sled.
Okay.
I guess a tug of war with just,
Christmas tug of war, maybe?
yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know what that is.
Balto tug of war.
Am I the only one that
Just
doesn't
like,
know?
no, I'm with you.
I've
Why
got
there's
no idea
sleds
what it's
involved?
trying to describe.
Oh, I
Right
don't know.
now.
I have no idea why Christmas was just brought up.
Well, because
Oh.
Santa sleds, sleighs.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
You
riffing
said
here.
it like
Maybe
it
I'm
was
a
a
better
thing.
Gemini. Yeah. I know. Well, that's what I'm here for, is to like run
Okay.
confusion now that I'm out of the tribe.
Sabotage. If you can't
Sabotage.
win, no one can.
Yeah, exactly.
Smart. All right, so where are we? All right, so the Obsidian tribe, which is the 10 players, still fractured and unfamiliar with their new teammates, failed to synchronize their efforts. Their chaotic effort, especially the visible physical weakness and confusion from the former Harbor members, which, because it's been a while, I'll remind you, is um, Christina and Brenna. So because of the visible physical weakness and confusion from Christina and Brenna, they were defeated.
Wow.
Yep. So that newly formed tribe facing an immediate elimination was a confusing mix of original alliances. You had the Boss of Four, quickly linked up first with Eric, who was previously on a different tribe from them, and then with the Peak members, which was kind of the bulk of the remaining group, on their shared goal of forming a simple majority. While the remaining Dock Rats, which would be Christina and Brenna, and then Brian on the other tribe,
Hmm.
became clear outsiders on kind of both beaches because they were the obvious minority of their groups. Uh, they were immediately identified as low-hanging fruit, unable to establish any relationships outside of their defunct tribe.
Damn.
Interesting.
So
I feel
Brian
like
is alone on his
amazing.
group, and Christina and Brenna are basically alone in their group, having
Gotta start
paused.
making alliances, Brian.
Yeah. The Boss of Four, which again was Bree, Mikey, Ann, and Brad, quickly made the calculated strategic decision to use Mulcahy and V as temporary strategic shields, allowing
Nice.
them to remain clean while the other players executed their dirty work. Christina, recognizing her isolation from that majority, made a desperate attempt to pitch to Eric, arguing that she could be a loyal member against that kind of quad of Bree, Mikey, Ann, and Brad. But Eric, focused on preserving his own numbers until the merge, declined, viewing Christina as an unnecessary risk.
Oof.
Christina's final moments were spent arguing for a Bassa target, but her pleas failed to sway the united majority. The former Bassa and Peak players used their superior numbers to target the most socially isolated newcomer, Christina, eliminating her 6-4. Her 6-4 elimination felt like a cleanup operation, solidifying the power of the Boston Peak remnants on the new Obsidian tribe. This marked the first post-shuffle elimination. That sentence repeats. So this is the first post-swap elimination. This successful simple vote allowed those groups to breathe a sigh of relief, believing they had successfully navigated the most dangerous part of the shuffle with their core alliances intact.
All right.
Who was
Wow.
the person that received 4 votes? Does it say?
It does not say, but let's say that Christina and Brenna voted together and maybe there was a split vote with some other people just in case a shot in the dark got played.
Not sure.
So Christina is now out.
Wow.
She's not here to represent herself, but any last words for your partner, Brian?
I mean, it's all about the luck of the draw. I mean, I feel like if I was in her shoes, which it sounds like I am in the other tribe, I'd be in the exact same situation,
Mm.
right? If you're the
Mm.
minority, you're in a bad place. I think we're seeing that right now with the actual season 2 with Jason getting out and Matt, which kind of
Mm.
messed up my squad, but
Mm.
Mm. I agree.
clearly that's an issue when everything gets reshuffled, which that was new to me when I started watching the show. I was like, this kind of, I mean, it doesn't seem fair to the contestants. It's like you have a guy like Jason who's killing it in all the puzzles and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and then all of a
Mm.
sudden he just gets put on this team where he's the clear minority. I don't think he played his cards right necessarily, but
Well, I'll tell you this without giving anything away from tonight's episode, because we're filming this on a Wednesday before the new episode. Uh, you should buckle up if what I'm hearing is correct.
are you seeing spoilers?
Well, I saw the next time on Survivor, which is usually clipped to be misleading.
Hmm.
But it kind of led me down a thought process that I was like, well, this could happen and that would be insane. Um,
I don't know, Pat. You're kind of like the Oracle at Delphi. You said the same thing to me last week, and then my guy was
oh, well,
out of
that
here.
was actual last week I did actual like math. I looked at
Okay.
I looked at last week
He
I
did
let
actual
the
math.
step outside the
No.
Obsidian Coast for a second. Last week I looked at who on because I'm constantly trying to figure out if we have enough like extra spots.
Spots, yeah.
So it's getting close.
I was gonna
We
say it kind
might
of
have
got
to
eaten up.
enact, if we don't have a merge this week, we're gonna have to enact an emergency procedure that Bree and I just finalized. Um, but we'll get there when we get there. But I was looking at like who on each tribe, like if each person were to go, who would that affect? And you and a couple other people, like there were multiple situations where you were probably going to lose that
Affected,
were
yeah.
likely. Some people were like all their people were safe, or they only had one person at risk, but you had two or three people. So I was like, the odds are pretty good that you should probably just be aware. Um, anyway, all right, back to
Good
this game.
math.
Christina was just voted out. So episode 6 is called The Outsider. Episode 6 begins with a recap of the newly formed Obsidian and Granite tribes. Obsidian is made up of all 4 former Yellow tribe members and all 4 existing former Red tribe members, as well as Brenna. Christina was originally part of that group, but was just eliminated. And Eric on that group remains loyal only to himself, thus far successfully siding with the majority while keeping his hidden idol hidden as a secret. Um, the other tribe, which is made up of the remaining Blue tribe, Green tribe, and Brian, uh, is just kind of existing. Brian's been separated from his Doc Rat ally, Brenna. So on Brian's camp and Matt's camp, actually, same team, uh, the dynamic was far more stable than the other swap tribe. Uh,
Nice job.
Keep it
the
simple.
former blue, sorry, was it? Yeah, the former blue and green tribe members formed a very quick 8-person majority. Um, and it was pretty obvious to Brian right away that he was on the outskirts, but no one was like being a jerk about it, at least. Whereas the other group was kind of like up in the air. Um, it does say Brian and Brenna, who were the last two on their respective tribes, quickly realized they were completely exposed, essentially wearing "Vote Me Out" signs.
Mm.
Yeah.
Seems
Now,
like Gemini is following the same narrative for both tribes here.
yeah. Well, we're about to get something completely new to this series here. We're
Completely new.
getting yeah, we're getting a reward only challenge. We haven't
Wow.
even seen this in the real season
Yeah, I
yet.
was gonna say,
I
is
don't
that
even know
yeah.
what that is, to be
Yeah,
honest.
but can
So
you
it's
explain?
yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully it happens tonight. I don't have any intel on that, but I'm just dying to see one. They've been doing, especially when it's a lot of people still in the game, they combine the challenges, so it's like for immunity and reward. But especially when it gets to be individual and there's fewer people and there's less drama and there's just more episode to fill, they will do a separate challenge for reward and a separate challenge for immunity.
Immunity.
And
Yeah.
oftentimes when you win reward, you get to like pick X number of people to go with you, which sometimes ends up being a negative thing. Like one of the famous rewards is you get to go to and get like have a meal and a night on like a bed and you get letters from your loved ones back home. And it's usually there's like let's say there's 6 people left in the game ish. Usually you get to pick like 3 to go with you. But it's like, well, then everyone that doesn't get to go, like you pick in front of
Hates
them.
you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it's
Kind
like
of setting up
historically
grudges.
that person ends up getting voted out because everyone's pissed at them. Um, so some of them it's like great you win a reward, but sometimes it's not. It's a whole thing. So we get a reward only challenge in this fake episode, and it is called the Crate Carry. The reward is fishing gear, protein bars, and a supply of clean drinking water.
Hmm.
Um, So the two
Interesting.
consolidated tribes, it doesn't really oh, here it is. The two consolidated tribes competed for a vital survival package. The crate carry required 5 members of each tribe to carry a heavy crate of supplies, food, rope, basic tools, across a kilometer of difficult terrain. The challenge was a pure test of teamwork and sustained physical effort. The Obsidian tribe, which is not Matt and Brian's tribe, managed to synchronize their movements and win the critical reward, ensuring their camp life would be significantly easier than Granite's.
Damn.
Hmm.
Who dropped the
Um,
ball?
there
So
was apparently, before I get your feedback, there was apparently a point where Brad was designated as the recipient of the protein bars and chose specifically to share them with Anne and Eric.
hmm.
So they get a little extra reward out of that group.
Interesting. Protein bars. Do we think that was the best one, or that was the one they picked?
Yeah, what kind of protein bars are we talking about? What brand?
It was not specific.
Damn. Listen, if they're Bear
Gemini.
Bells, then I think
Nature
that's a big
Valley
one.
or Cliff Bar.
Yeah, for some reason that one just like caught my attention. So this was the creative supplies, the
I
protein
mean,
bars,
Clean drinking water caught my
clean
attention.
drinking water. Yeah, that's true.
Which then
I
implies
thought
that
you, yeah, I
no one
thought you
had
were
drinking
given
water.
water. I thought you were always given water, like
Not
regardless.
always.
Oh,
You
you're
didn't
not in
used to be.
Survivor?
Not
That's kind of
it
wild.
changes. There's been 49 seasons. They used to give them like flint and steel at first. They used to give them just a map to find drinking water and they'd have to boil it. There was a
Oh,
season where if you won the reward, you also got to send someone to the other tribe's beach and take something of theirs.
Ooh,
So
that's
tribes
spicy.
tribes were taking tarbs, tribes were taking all of their pots so they didn't have anything to put water into boil. Yeah,
Oh man.
that's crazy.
it's
It's like let's
crazy.
kill them,
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
them die so we can win.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
tribes would
I don't
hide
have
their
that
stuff.
historical background here. Where I thought everyone was just given clean drinking water
No.
because that's a game changer. Then if
That
Sure.
is
True, that's a good
yeah.
point.
There
Yeah.
weren't even immunity idols until season like 11.
Damn.
Yeah, it's changed a lot. All right, so
That's
continuing
crazy.
on, there's nothing else on the reward challenge. We go right to the immunity challenge, which is called the Cube Code, which required everyone to carry heavy sandbags up a steep incline before solving a vertical 3D puzzle cube. While the Granite members, which is you two gentlemen, dominated the physical portion, their lack of a unified strategy, you can see where this is going, on the puzzle led to an agonizing collapse.
Damn.
Brian, the lone harbor
Couldn't solve
remnant
the
on this
Rubik's
tribe,
oh boy,
was
Uh-oh.
slow on the initial climb, and the team couldn't recover, resulting in their loss.
Oh,
Jeez. You're you're just
never
like
been
Matt.
never been a good rock climber. You know?
Mm. Gemini knows. So the
Wanna give
majority
me
of
a
that
boost on
tribe
that?
immediately
Lend a
targets
hand.
Brian.
Oh boy.
The majority of that tribe immediately targets Brian to maintain their strength for the approaching merge. At the beach, They isolate you from strategic conversations. A small group within that majority debated briefly on whether to target you or take out one of the members of the other, like, full tribes that still existed to kind of preemptively for the merge worry about numbers. Um, but the consensus quickly swung back to Brian, the path of least resistance.
Mm.
Um, at Tribal, Brian was swiftly voted out 7-2.
Oh,
Brian's 7-2 elimination was executed with quiet ruthlessness, serving as a warning shot to any potential flip-floppers on the Granite Tribe. The strategic focus was entirely on cleaning up the remnants of the weakest original tribe, ensuring they would not become swing votes at the merge. Which is
wow.
smart.
It's smart.
That's what you're not seeing with Sophie B and Alex in the real show.
Just that.
Gemini knows how to play the game.
It just sounds like cold and calculating. Like all three of us have been eliminated cold and calculated
Yeah, not good
swiftly. Yeah.
At least it
Brian,
wasn't
the
your
last
general
wag standing.
affect
Yeah,
or
Matt's.
attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't my social skills or my attitude that got me voted.
Yeah.
It was
It
your
was
rock
my
climbing skills.
lack
that
of
put you in.
ability to scale a wall.
All right. We have
Damn.
5 minutes before we have to get out and get back in. I think I can get through one more episode,
Let's do
and
it.
then maybe we'll call it there. Does that work?
Yeah.
Sounds
Sure.
good.
All right.
Join us, but-
All right. So the last episode before the merge, not to give anything away, but last tribal
Ooh.
episode. All right, episode 7, the final anchor. The episode begins with the remaining 8 players of the Granite Tribe forming an alliance against the numbers of the other tribe. They agree, on the surface, that if both original Rift and Cove groups can work together, they can all at least make it to the jury. However, everyone remains wary of what appears to be an obvious, straightforward arrangement. So that is the group that consists of... Where'd my note go? That is the group that consists of Nora, Kelsey, Matt, and Scott, Heidi, Emily E., Vic, and Kyla. They're forming a preemptive alliance.
Mm.
Smart.
All right. As the groups are brought together before the next challenge, Brenna was left isolated and tearful, knowing she was the only remaining harbor player and her fate was sealed if her tribe lost. So we get to the immunity challenge. The Burning Patience. Tribes engaged in an extreme concentration challenge. Players had to keep their hands perfectly steady on a lever to prevent a stack of wooden discs from falling, all while working on an intricate water-based puzzle in front of them. The tension was immense, and the Obsidian tribe cracked first. Crapped first? I don't know if they pooped.
I was like, Gemini, you dirty.
They pooped. They pooped the challenge and
It
their
would make for
pants.
interesting TV.
It really
Pulled
would.
the sage.
Their
Yeah.
loss. Oh, here we go. I want to get Matt's thoughts on this. Their loss came when Mikey rushed the final puzzle piece, knocking over the stack just inches from completion. This failure solidified the elimination, seemingly solidified. Jesus Christ. Seemingly
Seemingly
solidified the elimination of the final harbor member, Brenna, as the majority surely would look to tie up loose ends before the merge.
Yeah, I can see Mikey trying to take the lead on it and it not working out in his favor.
He's gonna be so pissed when he hears
He's gonna be like, dude, what the hell?
this.
Strongly worded text message inbound.
Absolutely. Here's something. Following the challenge, the majority quickly realized their need to eliminate Brenna, just as we said. But just before the vote, Heidi, so we're kind of jumping over to Matt's tribe now,
Okay.
right?
Brandon.
Heidi went on a journey and successfully secured a hidden immunity idol clue. So she does not have the idol, she has a clue to it.
Mm.
Though the idol remained hidden, Heidi's successful journey further complicated the situation back at camp as she returned with a clear but incomplete idol clue. Eric, who was observing Heidi's subtle, guarded reaction, began to suspect she knew something, adding another layer of suspicion to that tribe dynamic. Brenna, knowing her fate on her tribe, used her final moments to plan. Is this all in the same tribe?
Granite?
Obsidian.
Oh,
Obsidian.
I don't know what's going on anymore. Um, in my own thing, Brenna used her final
Because
moments.
Gemini knows what's going
Yeah,
on.
final moments to try and sow some seeds of distrust, specifically targeting the boss of four, which would be Bree, Mikey, Brad, and Anne, trying to get them to recognize their subservient position.
Damn.
Her warnings, though unheeded in the immediate vote, resonated with Mulcahy and V, who felt frustrated at having to eliminate a non-threat. They wanted to make a bigger move.
Yeah.
Um,
Breaking up that core four.
Yep. The tight 5-4 vote that eliminated Brenna was a tense affair, fueled by a near flip orchestrated by Mulcahy, V, and Sharon. The Peak Trio realized that they were being used as foot soldiers and attempted to rally to counter-vote against Mikey, the least physical Bassa member. However, However, the plan fell apart when they failed to secure Eric's vote, who remained loyal to the larger numbers, forcing the Peak Trio to vote with the Bassa 4 majority to protect their own positions.
They made a bad enemy now. Mike
Wow.
and Grudge.
All right, so Brenna's 5-4 elimination due to the tight split vote ensured the Harbor tribe was entirely extinguished. That was the tribe that previously had myself, Christina, Brian, Brenna, and Megan. So we're all dead. Dead for real. Leaving only 16 players in the game. With the 5 original tribes effectively consolidated into the 2 new groups, the stage was perfectly set for the merge. The merge, now imminent, and the 16 remaining players. The merge was now imminent. The 16 remaining players knew that the next challenge would decide who the first 2 members of the final jury were. So we're out of the tribe stage.
Every man for himself.
Yes.
That woman.
Wow.
And of this group, Matt is the only person left.
Good job, Matt.
Holding it down.
I feel like he hasn't been mentioned much. You know,
Under the
There's-
radar.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of characters.
Got to fade into the background.
As these go, people get a little bit more playtime because there's less to.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's something that I feel like you notice in the real show is like people that are mentioned a little bit but not a lot end up going pretty far at the beginning.
Sophie S. I'm telling you, she was not mentioned for
Let's
the
hope.
first
I have
3
her.
episodes, and then she made that comment about not wanting
Fruit.
not wanting fruit.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
I almost jumped off the balcony. It was not a good look for my team.
Who needs fruit? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but where someone like Jake was in like every other second, and then he got taken out by a snake.
Although I feel like they didn't really
had to
show.
build him up so that when the snake got him, it was
Right,
more
they only had so much
Oh,
time.
that's true. I feel like they didn't show Matt too much, but then he was eliminated, like the guy with the dreads or whatever.
Oh yeah,
He was enough of a character by himself.
I guess yeah, he was a little goofy, he was kind of fun, but
I mean you couldn't miss him.
Yeah.
Visually.
How do you think you go? How do you think you go from being like? Did they say he was like a VP at a company to?
oh yeah, like a baggage.
It was
Yeah.
like finance.
But he just wanted to like
wasn't he?
fly for free.
I guess so.
All right, so we are now into the merge. We are in episode 8, titled Eric's Masterstroke.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh boy.
the coup's happening.
Isn't he the one hiding the idol too?
Yeah,
This is getting weird, Gemini.
yeah. I almost made it retitle that.
I think it's better this way. You got the crazier and zanier it is.
Yeah.
This is what the people want.
Eric's Masterstroke.
This is
So-
cinema.
Oh boy. So the episode begins with the remaining 16 castaways, which are Anne, Brad, Bree, Mikey, originally on the same tribe, Nora, Scott. It all got mixed up. So sorry. Let me redo that. Anne, Brad,
Giddy.
Bree, Mikey, Nora, Scott, Sharon, Heidi, Emily E, Vic, Kyla, Mulcahy, V, Eric, Matt, and Kelsey. It's a long list.
Wow.
We're going all the way, baby.
Let's do it.
All right. So they were brought together at the old harbor beach which by all accounts was a shit show. And it's merge time. So the players are given a classic merge feast, as sometimes they are given, where they name the new merged tribe the Solstice Tribe. They name
Okay.
themselves.
Oh.
But the joy was short-lived as alliances clashed immediately. The existing majority quickly targeted Eric for his constant physical strength and his reputation as a lone wolf. The coalition felt confident in their numbers and planned to cast a large number of votes against him, believing they had secured a clean, straightforward first merge vote to establish dominance. All right, so we arrived to the very first individual immunity challenge of the season. So this immunity challenge is called Chain of Command. It is a grueling test of focus and dexterity. Players had to navigate a complex obstacle course carrying heavy wooden planks. They then used those planks to build a bridge over water, and finally ascend a tower to solve a geometric puzzle.
Damn.
The pressure was immense as everyone scrambled to secure safety. In a surprising burst of speed, Anne edged out the physical threats to claim the first individual immunity necklace, protecting her Bassa core spot from the immediate crossfire. So way to
Nice.
go, Anne. Let's
Yeah.
give Anne a round of
Shout out
applause.
Good
to
work.
First.
Good work, Anne.
What was that?
Huh? That was Percy's tail. If you were
Oh.
talking about what just flew through.
I was like, did a bird just fly through? I only caught the end of that.
Yeah. Now Percy is contemplating jumping off the ledge of our balcony, so I got to coax him back over to my
Oh,
desk.
just like Pat
I'll
the
just-
other day.
Yeah, this is getting dark.
At first, I thought you were asking when you said what was that. I thought you were like critiquing our round of applause, like the old like
Yeah.
principal move in middle
Do it
school. Like,
again.
Yeah.
Move with passion.
One more time. Can't hear
You can be
you.
louder than that.
Yeah.
That's well, based on Gemini thinks of me, that's something apparently I would do.
Yeah, this is
All right.
wild.
So Anne wins the immunity necklace. Back at the beach, because again, everyone's on the same beach. The majority continued to target Eric, leaving him out of discussions and giving him the cold shoulder, which ultimately backfired in giving Eric a sense of impending doom. He clutched his hidden immunity idol safely in his pocket for fear the other players would be going through his bag to take his only possession. Which, I don't know if you knew this, you absolutely can do on Survivor.
Oh, you can steal?
Crazy.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know that you can steal it, but you can go through people's bags. You can be like, "Oh, Connor's got the idol, so now he's a target," or let's work that into the plan or whatever.
Gotcha.
If you find someone's immunity idol in their bag, you can't take it from them, or you can.
I don't know. I thought you could. It doesn't happen like ever.
Mhm.
But there was some sort of discussion on the On Fire podcast where Jeff revealed something about like immunity idols and if another player. I don't remember it,
Mhm.
so I'm kind of trying to dance.
I guess
around
if
it.
someone did end up stealing it, it would just cause a massive thing between all the
Yeah,
because the person who originally had the idol would just let it out of the bag and be like, I had an idol and now someone else has it, and then it just becomes a free for all of who can
Yeah.
take
it
it.
would,
be-
it would be interesting to watch.
Yeah, I was gonna
It
say
would
that'd
be
be crazy.
entertaining.
Yeah, very
Just full
entertaining.
battle royale to see who gets the idol.
Yeah.
All right. So Eric, fearing that battle royale, keeps his idol in his pocket. At Tribal, despite a seemingly straightforward first merge vote, Eric delivered a shocking counterpunch, playing his long-hidden immunity idol. The play successfully nullified 7 votes, throwing the Tribal Council into complete chaos. The targeted majority alliance, which included V and the Bassa Corps, was left stunned and disorganized by the move, forced into an impromptu revote where they had to hastily agree on a fallback target.
Time to see who it is.
So it doesn't give the math, but that would imply that 7 people voted for Eric, and then there was some sort of giant tie with the rest of them where they would have to revote.
Wow.
Because otherwise they would have just gone to the next like most amount of votes.
Mm.
It did not give the math breakdown. So there's a revote, I guess.
Okay.
So in that case, they kind of all are sort of allowed to talk to each other, and it gets crazy chaotic. So in this scramble that's happening live at Tribal, um, there was a search for a secondary target. It was rushed and desperate, and ultimately, guesses?
I hope it's
Um,
me.
it's either gonna be, I want to say Matt, or is it gonna be Eric? I mean V.
I'm
No,
thinking it might be
we can stop
Mikey.
with your first guess. Ultimately, they settled on Matt.
Oh
He was
no.
eliminated
No!
7-6 simply
What did
because
I do
Eric had
wrong?
mentioned his name as a potential non-threatening vote out.
How?
Jeez. I know. Like literally 2 minutes ago, he's like, "We're going to the top, baby." Just kidding.
Tried to
I didn't
Oh
read
well,
any
man.
of this ahead of time. Like I didn't reread it
so
to be like,
funny.
who should I get on? Who's getting eliminated? But that has worked out amazing.
That did work out perfectly.
Oh man.
Sorry, Matt, but Eric mentioned your name just
Unfortunate.
at some point, and so you became
What
the
the
next
hell,
target.
Eric?
To be fair, you were eliminated 7-6 this time,
Ah,
so it was
so
close.
close. I think Percy just
Um,
turned on our coffee
so
machine.
Matt's unexpected departure served as a painful reminder that even the most confident alliances could be shattered by a single, perfectly played advantage, severely eroding trust within the majority and marking Eric as the season's biggest strategic player.
Wow,
Something which
Eric.
you guys have never met
Damn it,
him,
Eric.
but I'll speak for Greg and Pat Mulcahy and Pat Smith on his behalf on their behalfs. No one saw coming.
Yeah.
No, no.
It
Eric's,
really was a masterstroke.
I'll say this. Eric master stroked on us all. Eric is kind of the punching bag of that group
Okay.
for no real
Nope, he's
reason.
getting his revenge.
He's genuinely like one of the nicest people I've ever met, and he's very smart. But he just like he can take a joke really well, so he by
Mhm.
default ends up being the punching bag of that group.
Yeah.
Really, it's not fair to him at all, and we genuinely love him. I feel like I need to say that.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Eric.
Yeah,
But
shout out. He's getting his just desserts now, so
but
Yeah.
yeah,
Can't believe you do this to
I
me.
love you, but no. All right, let's do one more quick, and then we're done.
All right.
Because I'm done and I can't even read these words anymore. It's printed so small. I don't know if you there's 8 pages.
yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, now you're just gone forever. Oh, there you
There we
are.
are.
Faded into the ether.
8 pages of this. I can't keep doing this. All right, episode 9, cleaning up the mess. So all of us are out in this chat.
Yep.
Woohoo.
No
So
more
the dust
stakes.
settled after Eric's idol play, leaving the once dominant majority stunned and humiliated. They immediately sought to reestablish control and show unity by eliminating the easily identifiable remnants of a fractured minority. Kelsey, who was Matt's closest ally and a prominent voice against the majority in the previous vote, became the obvious low-risk target for the newly reformed coalition. Kelsey appears to be on the chopping block.
Hmm.
Sorry, I have to go check on Percy real quick. I think
That's
he's
fine.
getting into trouble.
All right, we're gonna keep going. So we get to a reward challenge called the Jungle Plunge. The reward is going to be an afternoon at a luxury picnic, complete with sandwiches, pastries, and soft drinks, plus the opportunity to send a non-strategic message back to the opposing. That seems wrong. Scratch that last part. There's no message.
Okay.
It says send it back to the opposing tribe, but
That doesn't make sense.
that they're not on the tribe anymore. Gemini is falling apart here. All right. So this messy challenge, the Jungle Plunge, was a scramble for comfort and information. Players raced through a thick jungle of mud, uh, a mud course, climbing over slippery nets before digging up a small colored bag containing puzzle pieces. The first to solve the individual puzzle won. Brad continued his streak of physical dominance, conquering the obstacles quickly and claiming the reward. So Brad wins reward, just reward. And he again chooses to take Anne and Eric. Remember, he shared the protein bars with them earlier. So he takes them again, solidifying his position with his core allies and projecting an image of stability to the jury and the rest of the tribe.
Setting up that alliance well.
Wow, protein bars.
Hmm.
Protein bars and now luxury picnic.
What a combo.
All right. So we fast forward to the immunity challenge, a steady hand. An intricate endurance task required delicate balance. Each player had to stand on a narrow beam while using two long poles to guide a small ceramic disc through a labyrinth maze built over a water pit. The slight trembling of the hands or a misplaced foot meant a devastating restart. Brad utilized his immense patience and physical ability to dominate this challenge, securing his second straight win of the week in safety, forcing the majority to target the less physically imposing strategic players.
Gemini's really up in Brad right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talk about his physicality.
Yeah, Brad's going off.
Physical specimen.
Brad, the winner of our first ever Survivor Fantasy League last season.
Oh, true.
Oh wow.
He can't win the first league and then also the AI.
Yeah, the first AI.
And he's in second right now in our
He
league.
can't
for
keep
this
getting
season.
away with it.
Oh boy.
All right, so Brad wins. Kelsey fought hard, so we're going back to Kelsey, who was at risk earlier. Kelsey fought hard, just desperately trying to expose the long-term threat of the Bassa Alliance, specifically Bree, which is really funny because they're like best friends and were roommates in college, so the idea that they're now pitted against each other in a game of
Nice.
Survivor is fantastic.
Bitter enemies.
So
Love it.
Kelsey tries to expose Bree, but her pleas fell on deaf ears. Her attempts to campaign were undermined earlier when Brad won the reward challenge and chose to share with Anne, her mom, and Eric, consolidating their core post-merge group. This powerful show of alliance further isolated Kelsey, sealing her fate as the cleanup casualty of the merge fallout. So Kelsey can't get help from her college roommate or her mother.
What a life.
It's
Brutal.
so rough.
So sad.
The vote at Tribal was relatively clean, 7-5. That's not clean. The vote was 7-5. A necessary move for the majority to restore order and prove they were still united despite the previous Tribal's debacle. The remaining players were too focused on self-preservation and returning to the status quo, refusing to heed Kelsey's warnings about the long-term threat posed by the original Yellow Tribe.
On deaf
All
ears.
right. That's the first now 9 episodes.
Wow. Cruising.
So to recap once more, Emily W. is eliminated due to a broken foot and torn ligaments. Greg and I are eliminated due to our bad attitudes. Smith is eliminated due to his bad attitude, as is Megan, for not her attitude, but her physical ability. Faith is eliminated because she can't swim, and then Connor is eliminated because he's a space cadet on his tribe. Then this time, we got, in an order I can't remember, Brian, Brenna, and Christina all eliminated just for being stragglers. Who else we got? We got Eric doing an amazing idol play, which unfortunately eliminated Matt.
Master stroke.
Yeah, Eric's masterstroke. And then Kelsey reached out for help from Bree, but was denied help by Bree or her mother, and Kelsey was voted out.
Wow, things are spicy, huh?
Yeah, it's getting spicy.
Gemini.
That brings us to the end of the segment. So, any final thoughts before we stop recording?
I'm a bit of a space cadet, so not really for me.
All I can say is that Eric, I don't know what I did to you, but it hurts, man.
Fair.
Pays to be physical.
Yeah,
Gemini's
guess so.
focusing on that.
Yeah, Gemini's really focused on the physicality.
it is. It's getting brutal out there. Bree, would you like to say any parting thoughts before we stop our recording? Bree's back to join. We didn't get you on camera before. They're all here. It's the WAGs. This is your fan club.
Yeah, this
The
is
WAGs
your
of
doing.
Bree.
I just got back from the gym.
Hold on, let me change my video again.
Okay.
No, that's some good physicality there.
Hi.
Hey,
Bree,
you created us. We're here because of you.
Yes, we only
Yeah,
exist.
and now they're all suckered into whatever this is.
I like your butt.
Thank you.
You've betrayed your best friend tonight.
Did I? I did. I
Yeah.
only caught the very end of that.
Yeah.
Something my mom and I cut Kelsey to the.
No, you and Kelsey's mom cut Kelsey.
Oh,
Yeah,
me, Kelsey.
or-
That's even more brutal.
Yeah, poor Kelsey.
Yeah, Kelsey was trying to tell everyone about how strategic you were and you needed to be eliminated, and you and Kelsey's mom just kind of squashed that.
That's right. Don't cross Bree.
Back in.
All right.
Great parting words.
Well, this has been the League of Spoken bonus content. I hope everyone enjoyed whatever this is, and we'll see
Always.
you next time whenever we do this. Thanks,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Mid-race interview.
Let's go, Huskies!
I wish I could hug myself. That's weird.